Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for today. So is Bill Gates bearish on Alphabet and Amazon? And if he is, should you be worried? Now, of course, Bill Gates, Microsoft, there is a little bias there. But if we go back to the end of last year and look at what he wrote in his blog, and then more recently, he gives us some hints here and there with regards to the rise of AI, but more specifically, the rise of AI agents. If you don't know what AI agents are, we're going to talk about that in this video, how this could affect positive or negatively companies like Amazon and Alphabet. Stay tuned for more. So, in December of last year, Bill Gates wrote a blog, as he usually does, titled "The Future of Our Grandchildren Deserve." Times are hard, but I still believe we can make the world better for the next generation. Here is how. I'll give you a little sneak peek. It has to do with mosquito farms. I'm just kidding. It doesn't have to do with mosquito farm, but it is very, very interesting to hear that he has a mosquito farm, genetically modified mosquito farm in Colombia. Now, if we scroll through the midpoint of the blog, he talks a bit about how AI technologies can help pregnant women in Kenya and in other African countries, other poor countries, etc. Then he says this: over the next few years, people are going to see the incredible progress in AI. I'm committed to making sure that these advances benefit everyone, and not just people in rich countries, for example, by using AI to help with developing new drugs, diagnosing diseases, and supporting students and teachers, in addition to identifying higher risk pregnancies in the way I've just described. By the way, if you want to go, maybe subscribe to the Gates Note. It's free, you get it in your mailbox. Then on Thursday, he said that the next big thing in AI could come from an unknown startup. So he said this during a Goldman Sachs and SV Angel event on artificial intelligence. So it says here, Gates believes that the future leading company in AI will have created a personal digital agent that can perform specific tasks for people. Whoever wins the personal agent, that's the big thing, because you will never go to a search site again, you will never go to a productivity site, you will never go to Amazon again. So of course, if this is the case, pretty bearish for Amazon, Alphabet, and every other company that gets a lot of advertising dollars in. But of course, it's not that simple. Now, he also touched on a couple of other things, the future digital agent development. So Gates believes that the development of a powerful future digital agent will take some time before it's ready for the mainstream. In the meantime, companies will continue to incorporate generative AI technologies similar to OpenAI's widely used ChatGPT. He says then AI's impact on health innovation, of course, we know Bill and Melinda Foundation, very, very focused on that. He is confident that AI will hasten advancement in healthcare and pave the way for more sophisticated drug development processes. And then last two things here, progress in disease treatment and AI influence on white collar and blue collar jobs. So what is an AI agent? Well, we're on Zapier here. If you don't know what Zapier is, basically a type of automation platform. If you're in sales, for example, and you get a new lead, well, automatically that new lead, you get an alert in Slack, goes directly into your Excel sheet, maybe in your CRM software, etc., etc. Everything about automation. Yes, I know we've talked a lot about UiPath, but this is just another company that does automations. Basically, it goes like this. When you input your objective, the AI agent grows through goal initialization. It passes your prompt to the core LLM, either GPT 3.5 or GPT-4. I tried out, only use GPT 3.5, and returns the first output of its internal monologue, displaying that it understands what it needs to do. Then the next step is creating a task list. Based on the goal, it will generate a set of tasks and understand in which order it should complete them. Once it decides that it has a viable plan, it will start searching for information. Now, since the agent can use a computer the same way you do, it can gather information from the internet, which is obviously something that before ChatGPT could not do. It was stuck in 2021. But now with these agents, they can go on the internet, find the useful information, and yes, of course, with the rise of plugins, etc., etc., my example here is planning a trip. I strongly believe that in the future, I will just write, I want to go to XYZ on these type of dates. This is my budget. Book me my trip. And I do think that they will be able to book the complete trip without any issues. My details will already be saved, credit card information probably as well. All I have to do is tell them yes or no, which hotel I like, and that's it. My trip will be planned. Now, by the way, if you don't know which one I used for this example, it's called Agent GPT. There are many other programs out there. You get a couple of free trials, so if you want, go play around with it. Now, if you're enjoying this type of video so far, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you have not. We really appreciate that. We're trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Now, of course, since we're talking here a lot about Amazon and Google and how these type of things might hurt their advertising models, let's have a quick look at how advertising performed for Amazon in the last quarter. As you can see here, advertising services was up 21% year over year to $9.5 billion. So while every other player out there, or most other players out there, are hurting when it comes to advertising, Amazon continues to grow. Now, if you needed a quick reminder, for Google Alphabet, Google advertising was $54.54 billion, basically flat year over year, and that's the majority of this business revenue. But since we're talking about AI and stuff like that, we also have to look at Google Cloud, and that continues to grow quite nicely. And if you remember, for the first time here, Google Cloud has operating income, not by a lot, 191 million, but still better than the huge losses we've seen before. Now, why is this important? Should you be bearish on Amazon and Alphabet because of the probable rise, let's say, of AI agents? In my opinion, no. I think these two giants know exactly where things will be going. Of course, we've talked about how, well, Alphabet was a bit lagging with the release of Bard, with their, well, bad presentation. But if you look at Bard right now, it's pretty useful since it is connected to Google. If you haven't tried it out, I highly suggest you go play around with it. But if we look at this article here, this blog from AWS, this was in October 2021. They already talked about AI-powered agents if you want to work with AWS. So this is not something new. Huge companies like Amazon, like Alphabet, Microsoft, Meta, etc., knew about this stuff a long time ago. Just because right now it became mainstream and everybody talks about, doesn't mean that they haven't been working on these things for years and years. Now, with regards to Amazon, we already talked about Amazon Bedrock and their LLMs and the possibilities of building your own thing on it. If you want to watch that video, it's going to be in the top right corner. But I'll ask you this, if you've been using Amazon support, right? And you talk in chat. To me personally, I think more than half of the time, I'm not speaking to a real human. This is not something new. This is something I've noticed for a while now. Might be completely mistaken. Maybe the people working there are NPCs, I don't know. But I have a feeling they've been working on an AI agent for a long, long time. And now they're just perfecting it. Because imagine, you go, you look for something and they are giving you many, many things related or things that you can find on Amazon.com. Now, when it comes to monetizing this, since you're spending more time on AI agent and not really on such websites, Amazon.com or Google.com or whatever, how are they going to monetize this? Because right now, if you go on ChatGPT or Bard, yes, if you get your results, you get some citations, you can click on the link to get more information. But we already talked about ways to monetize chatbots, ways to monetize agents in the past as well. Can be a subscription model, you can get some ads in the answers as well, promoted answers, which again will be a bit biased, I know, but there are many ways to monetize these type of things. Again, all videos will be in the top right corner. So in my opinion, no, I don't think long term this is going to hurt Google advertising. I think this is going to be very, very good to Google Cloud. Same thing with Amazon. I think this is going to benefit Amazon AWS, and I don't think it's going to hurt Amazon's advertising. I think Amazon advertising will continue to go up. In fact, I think it will help both companies cut costs. And so to conclude, while I do think that the probable rise of AI agents will switch some things up, I don't think it's time to be bearish on companies like Amazon or Google. Maybe in the short term, yes, they might have peaked in the short term because they are up over 30% in the last couple of weeks, but the whole market has basically turned into a type of bull market. But overall, I view these two companies as huge benefiters from the rise of AI agents and the rise of AI in general. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.